Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tribchan here, and you're probably wondering why is this character not on the rotating stand? That's because she's a little bit back heavy. And hey, if you didn't notice, this is Tayna. This is the 6.0 version. She is a creation made by Tribchan, story-wise. So she's like the daughter of Tribchan. So there we go, that's her story, and she's a total shadow and fire, which is why she got the trans orange elements all over while having a very shadowy design. So let's go ahead and go into her overall look and design. So you can see pretty slick, pretty smooth all throughout, especially in the legs, and oh yes, I did it. She has a bow-tie. And it's a good looking bow-tie because, well, look at the curvature. I mean, it has a decent curvature and it doesn't like stick out too much. So there you go. A decent bow-tie that isn't using the Nuva shoulders or anything like that. It's actually decent. It's flat. It's not over exaggerated. I think if you think it's still over exaggerated, let me know in the comments, but I don't think it is. You know, it doesn't look too bubbly or anything like that. It's just a decent bow-tie. But anyways, let's go straight into articulation. So her claws can curl, so you can do that with her feet. Oh my, what have I done? Okay, so ball joint at the ankles, so you got plenty of range there. So you can get a pretty nice tilt out of it too. I mean, look at that range. So a little over 90 degrees of bend over at the knees, as you can tell. And of course, she got forward movement like this far. So you got pretty good range, and backward movement only about like this far. But, and this is the best but you'll ever see, the bow-tie is adjustable, so you can, in fact, make her legs go back a little bit farther. So, her butt is a bit wiggly, and it can tilt down and it can tilt up, while at the same time staying relatively conformed to her body. And when it tilts back, it allows her to have waist rotation. Look, her body is so conforming and doesn't have to rely on a ball joint. Hooray! Though I'm still trying to figure that out, the ball joint one, while having a solid looking build. Shoulders, ball joints. Elbows, ball joint. So let's pop this off so you can get a better look. So elbows, they bend in this much, and you got plenty of range there. And the wrist, and how the heck is she holding that? You might be wondering, because there's no way for her to be able to hold this with those hands, you may say. Well, she has this little setup on her staff so that it can just simply tab into her hand. Look at that, it's so simple. And I kind of like these hands because they work with her. I tried regular hands, I tried different types of hands, but they're either too clunky and stuff like that. But these hands, they work with her design. You may hate them, you may hate Ben 10 hands, but I like them in this case. Now, to take care of the elephant of the room, wings, they do extend out. Yep, you just saw that, they do extend. And I use leather mainly I didn't want to use fabric because it contrasts too much with regular Lego. So I wanted something with a little bit of shine, and I like this because it kind of has like almost a dragon-like feel, especially since she's part fire. I thought like a dragon-like feel of the wings would look better, you know. And so having this leather really, I think, invokes kind of like a dragony, fiery feel, if you know what I'm saying, since she is like fire and shadow. So I think it works well. I mean, you got plenty of good range with the wings, and her thumbs can curl, so you got that. The only issue is that she is a little bit back heavy, which is why I added like some large heel supports over here. These are like pretty long heel supports. And they're relatively hidden because of the talons in her back, which help cover it up a little bit. But even with those long heel supports, it's still a little bit difficult to get her to stand. But anyways, that's about it for Tayna here. Let's go straight into size comparison so you can see how big this girl is. If I can get her standing. There we go. Here she is with Golly Master of Water. So you get a size comparison there since they both share the same mass. So there you go. Here she is right next to Liwa Fantaka. So you got a good idea there. About the same size of an Nika build. So she'll scale well with your Gen 1. Arakshi, so you get an idea how tall she is compared to Arakshi, so there you go. Here she is with a Robo Rider. In case if you want to compare her with a Robo Rider, there you go. Here she is compared to Tributron, which is her creator in the story. Father and daughter, now together, hooray. And she's a little bit shorter. I didn't want to make her too tall because I felt like he was a little bit too tall, so in the previous designs when I was making her, I always kept making her smaller and smaller, but the more smaller I made it, the less details I could put into the figure, so I made her a little bit bigger to compensate for that, and I think it worked pretty well. But yeah, and there's the two together. I think they look good for a prototype Toa compared to like a highly advanced Toa. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it for Tayna here. I hope you all enjoyed, and like always, if you want to go ahead and follow me on social media, which I highly recommend, be sure to go ahead and check those out in the description down below. But anyways, that's about it for this video, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!